Hi, hello everyone. So today we're going to talk about something very interesting and very dark. This is pretty much a dark world that we cast in. So we're going to talk about the DUME candle. Now there's again a lot of videos out there on how to prepare the DUME candle, what type of candle you should have, what you should do to the candle. Everyone pretty much has their own style. So if you are daring would be the right word. If you are daring enough to burn one of these bad boys in your own home, first of all, I don't recommend it. But if you want to do it and you don't want me to do it, I'm totally okay with that. Just know that this is very, very powerful, and you better have something to cleanse yourself with afterwards. And always burn a white candle next to this bad boy. What is this for? Well, originally, oh my god, my eyes are so red, sorry. Originally, the DUME meant death onto my enemy. That's what DUME stands for. Now, there are a lot of interpretations about this DUME candle. First of all, if you decide to buy a candle like this, you're gonna Google DUME candle, just like this, and you're gonna see that not a lot of people offer this kind of candle, and it might be a little expensive. There is a shop out there called Lazaro brand that offer different versions of it. The version of this candle that I like is the one that has a list in the back, because some of them come without a list, and quite honestly, when they come without a list, it's kind of pointless in my view, because you're really not naming the candle. You're not telling the candle whom are the energy directed to. So you're doing a pointless work. Plus, this is very negative energy. You're leaving all this energy in your home. You don't want to do that. Some people stick a piece of paper in here with the name of the people the candle is intended to. For the DUME, I do not recommend to do that. I do this for other candles, and I will show you how to do that on other candles. But for the DUME, do me a favor. If you've never done this before, just follow very simple instructions and buy the candle that has this demonic interest figure in the front with the DUME sign, the DUME title, Alleged DUME, and then the one that in the back has a list. Do not buy any other type of candle, because if you've never done this before, chances are you're not going to know what to do as a variation of this, and so I don't want all the energy to get stuck in your home. Having said that, so you decided that someone or more than one person needs to be punished for what they have done to you. That's completely your judgment. I don't judge you on that. I am not the person that's going to tell you not to do it. This is your own interpretation of your own life and your own energy. So originally, the DUME candle was to bring death onto my enemy. So, but it normally, quite honestly, I've burned many of this for myself and for others. It normally does not bring death, but the person that it's burned this, unless you specify that you want that, I don't. But the person that you're burning the DUME on, let's just say he or she will not have a good time for the next year or two, and there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen to that person. when you're burning a doom candle on that person. But there's a lot of reasons why you would want to burn a doom candle on that person. So what to do when you get a doom candle? We're not going to burn this one. I do not have hate for anyone right now. We're in a jolly time of the year. And I am just going to give you the instructions, and you're going to take it from there. So again, if you have to buy it, buy the one that says Doom, Alleged Doom, which is supposed to bring the following. There's a bunch of things in the back, right? In Spanish and English. So it's supposed to bring problems, bad luck, sickness, poverty, failure, enemies, and death. See, at the very back, you should be able to, let me see if it shows right there, close it. I tend to circle the ones that I want for the person or people. So say that I want Jane Doe to have problems in her life, I will get a Sharpie pen and circle problems. Then I will circle bad luck. I usually never circle death. That's because you also, especially because you're burning this into your own home. Remember that. So I will not circle that, but you know, again, I'm not you. So this is 9 lines here. You can either put each name of the people, and it becomes a blacklist. So you can put each name of the person, John Doe, and birthday if you have it, or just John Doe is fine. Jane Doe and birthday if you have it. If you don't have it, it's fine. Jane Doe's mother, make sure you have the name. John Doe's father. Some people do that, and they fill the whole list with the names. Okay. And some people they just want one person to have bad luck 9 times. So if you have it with Jane Doe, you're gonna write Jane Doe, Jane Doe, Jane Doe, Jane Doe, and so on. I use a black pen, just normal standard black pen. Write the name here. I wouldn't use a Sharpie for this. You don't want to create too many smudges on here. So you want to be able to, you want this to be very clear and very standard, okay? So now let's say you wrote all the names in here, and then there's an oil that comes with it. You can also buy it online. It's called the DUME oil. It has the same acronym, DUME oil, which I don't have today because we did a lot of black work lately and I ran out of it. But I also use another one on this candle, which is one of my favorites, and it's the black art oil. It's the same oil. If you watched one of my previous videos, it's the same oil that we used for make people fight, to have someone have very bad luck. The black art oil is usually something that I use. Then if you want to get rid of this person that you're putting on the list, you might use just a tiny bit, really seriously, the black art oil, only a couple of drops, only one couple of drops of the black art oil. You do not want to drown the stick on this, so you want the stick to be fairly, I usually tend to fold it a little bit, like this, there. So then you add a couple of drops, not too many, just really tiny drops, and then I usually circle it so the oil will go pretty much everywhere. And I rather have the oil at the edge of the glass, so I circle it once I put the couple of drops in it. And then if you want to get rid of the person, you put a little bit of hot foot powder, just a tiny bit in there. I usually tend to have that again at the edges of the glass. Make sure you wear a glove when you work on these things. They're toxic. You don't want anything on you. So wear a latex glove. And then if you don't want to use the hot foot powder, but you want really bad things happening to these people or person, you can use a little bit of gopher dust. But the gopher dust is very powerful, but it also smells really bad. It is physiologically toxic for you, and it's energetically toxic for you. So what I recommend is, if you want to use the gopher dust, which you don't have to, these are all options, just the blackheart oil or the DUME oil, and that's it, will be just fine. Some people put herbs. I don't like to do that. If you want to use the gopher dust, make sure to wait until you have a little bit of warm wax and then pour it in so it stays in the wax and you're not burning it with the candle, so you don't get that horrible smell in your home that is toxic to you and to your lungs, as well as to you energetically, because it brings bad luck. So you make sure that to be very careful with the gopher dust. So let's say you have now all the names, or the name written all the way 9 times. You have the oil in here, and we use part of this for our revenge spell. We use 4 or 5 of this depending on the power of the revenge spell. But this is something, one, you can burn in your own home if you feel comfortable. And so then you have the oil here, you have a little bit of hot foot powder, or you have a little bit of gopher dust going, and you're ready to turn this on. What I like to do is, while I turn this on, I always have a white candle next to it. Let me see if I can just adjust this so you can see that there's always a white candle next to it. I have my own special little candle because I request the help of my favorite demon, which is Zafar, and I have his sigil here. You don't have to do this. I practice demonic magic, so obviously I'm going to ask for protection to my favorite demon. And there is a white candle that you can see, it's been burned many times with his sigil, with the figure that I drawn that has his sigil on it, so that he will be helpful to me and protect me. But you do not have to do that. A simple white, plain white candle, or a glass candle, all white, will be just fine for yourself. And then make sure you cleanse yourself. Once the candle has burned all the way down, make sure you take a cleansing bath. There's plenty of cleansing products out there, and you can ask me which ones you think I think are best for you. And this is all for the DUME candle. This is a very, very, very dark spell. Okay, thank you for listening and for watching. This is Jenny, and I'll talk to you soon.